You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music.
Oh my god, it's the Mad Beats.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the Haves and Have-Nots review. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm going to just jump right into it because I know we all thinking the same thing last night. Tyler Perry. I just knew. You know, I'll say this. I'm going to give Tyler just a small, about this much of credit for the story, for the, I guess, story or however he wrote that Katheryn survived Wyatt's gunshot. She basically said he aimed high and she fell in the tub and she just stayed in there coming up for air until she heard the police got there. I said to myself, boy, this Tyler Perry ain't playing, boy. We was thinking Katheryn was gonna be in a coma all season long, but I might have to go back and watch the season finale from last season. But come to think of, when he shot Katheryn, I just on top of my memory, I guess I have to go back and watch. I could be wrong. I didn't see any blood. She just fell over in the in the tub with the with the little coop showing. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give him a little credit, man. Tyler did it, man. He found a way to make sure Kat was alive, man. He did it. But anyway, let me just get into it. So basically what happened was Benny and Candace, they seen it on the news. Benny hoping and praying and swearing that it was Jim. That way he get what he deserves and Candace can keep the money. So they go to Hannah. Hannah called Katheryn. Of course, we thinking Katheryn never been shot, but all along she was holding her breath under the water until the police got there. So Hannah go over to the house, and on her way in the house, as she being escorted by the police, Wyatt, stops her and tell I killed them both. That boy got to be crazy. He got to be crazy. Now, I'm going to say this. Tyler better put Wyatt in prison this season. That's all I'm going to say about that. So she go in, she sees Jim on the floor, which was kind of weird because it felt like, they were just moving slow. It's hard for me to believe that Hannah got there just minutes after the ambulance and the paramedics, and because Benny had to wake her up, and who knows what side of Tyler Perry Studios Hannah stay on, but she see Jim and she kind of shocked. And part of me just like, I would have liked to seen her, put a grin or some type of smile and smirk on her face and, say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. So then the officer escorts upstairs, and lo and behold, we see Katheryn Cryer sitting on the bed, soaking wet, drenched, alive, not one wound, not one scratch, not one nothing. And I was amazed. I was. I didn't see it coming. So anyways, her and, they talking, and Katheryn worried about Jim. And I guess, what I'm saying, for me, that kind of, sort of, might have bothered me a little bit because I thought it wasn't no love there anymore. She been trying to divorce him. She been sleeping with these little young Mexican Latinos. And I don't know. And I thought he was just holding on to her for the money's sake, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, she go downstairs to see what she can find out about Jim. Now we see Jim alive, so we see the paramedics pumping oxygen into his body. And DA George, or whatever the DA name, let me tell you about this. So Hannah go downstairs asking about Jim. And, obviously they don't know. He on the way to the hospital. So then he lets Hannah know about Benny's name being on a notepad and Jim's office, and what could that mean? This is 8 million reasons why, XYZ. Hannah don't know nothing. So Hannah pissed me off. This episode, she gonna go upstairs after this woman has been through a state of shock and ask Katheryn, is Jim planning to hurt her son? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's her baby. She want to make sure he's safe. She want to make sure nothing happened to him. I get it. But this woman's son just shot her husband and tried to kill her, and you coming up here asking about a notepad? Woosah. Woosah. For me, Hannah should have just called Benny and told Benny, gave him a heads up and just left it alone. So anyways, DA George, he come upstairs and all of a sudden he arrests what the girl Katheryn Cryer for the murder of Jennifer Silas, the DA before him. I don't know how this gonna go, but part of me was like, Tyler kind of ended on a, he kind of ended on a good note this episode. He kind of ended on a, good note this episode. So I was happy with, what I'm saying, with that. So anyways, not really too much interesting things happen in my opinion, because that was just a highlight for me. But this episode, the police was at what the man named Jeffrey daddy, David house. They taking statements about the shootout, and Jeffrey just, I guess this is why when you from the streets, you got to be careful with how you raise your children. You can't make them too soft, but you don't want to make them too hood, especially when you done made it out of that environment. Jeffrey up there singing to the police. It was my mother. She said she gonna get her hair done at this salon every Tuesday at 2:30. Be there like he giving out Veronica all of the 411 on his mother. And when the officer stepped away, David was like, "Nigga, what the hell you doing? You got the what was the phrase that he said? He said you got to outfox a fox." And so David understand, like David said, look, your mother are too smart for these bums. She gonna do whatever she do, get away and whoop-de-whoop, scoobity-whoop. But Jeffrey does not seem to get the law is not gonna stop his mother. And I'm sick of it. So anyway, this thing, the officer come over, tell them it's been a shooting at the Cryer residence, and they both go up into panic, and Jeffrey was like, wow, he did it. And they was like, what you talking about, boy? And he was like, why he said he was gonna do it earlier, but he was so high, I ain't really, put too much into it. So, they storm over there later or whatever. So we'll see that. So anyways, also this episode, Mitch, I got a feeling Tyler gonna try to find a way to put Mitch against the president when it comes to Candace. Because Mitch really is infatuated by Candace. He loves her. He comes before him and Benny leaves. He just want to talk to her and let her know that she need any sorts of protection. Big Mitch got it. He gonna make sure she good wherever she go. And I can see Mitch getting into it with the old White House staff over Candace, but that was pretty much that. Also, this episode, Roderick and Rocky, the two con men from the hotel that Katheryn owned and she was having threesomes with. I believe she's dealing with Roderick. It's been so long since we've seen these two. This show for me is starting to turn into a real soap opera at some point, because we're getting a lot of characters. It made me feel like I'm watching The Young and the Restless. It really does, because it's more and more characters every season so that we got to remember. Like, they're going to reintroduce Celeste or whatever Jim baby mama name that was the maid. They're going to reintroduce her. We got Roderick and Rodrigo. Like, we just dealing with a lot of characters now. It's starting to really feel like a soap opera. So anyways, basically Rocky comes to tell Roderick that there's been a shooting and he better enjoy this fast, this fast earn, basically his come up while he can, because, it's believed that she may be dead. And so now he's sad. And if I had a sugar mama like that, I think the first thing I'd do is try to go and check up on her. Because, this boy supposed to have been deportated. Obviously, they talked about, the police being off of him because all they wanted was Candace, and they gave him Candace, and she got what she deserved from the president, went on the ad, talked about her. So, that was pretty much that. So, moving on, Brandon and, I don't know the other dude name with the I forget what they call the Elvis Presley hairstyle. I forget the black dude name. I call him Lester. Brandon and Lester, they made up. Brandon, somehow they go out for drinks and he threatening him over his job, trying to look, I don't know how I feel about this. Some of y'all feel like, I forget the boy name. I call him Lester with the fro hawk or the whatever that hairdo called. It kind of seems like he might help Brandon get his job back or get back in the good graces with President-elect Charles, but it's hard to tell. So while they there, of course, Brandon is not Brandon, but Landon, excuse me. Landon is in his feelings. He sent him off. Brandon trying to flirt with the guy at the bar who says he's trying to study. He's not gay, but he's trying to study inside of a bar. I don't even know how it even makes sense. Then all of a sudden, Brandon sees Scott over in the corner with a woman. He takes some photos. Scott was the detective that they sent to, dig up dirt on Candace and all that good stuff. And basically find out he married. And Landon gonna use the photos to get the information out of him. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I say, we got another character that's being reintroduced. And Tyler ain't even touch on the current president and his staff that don't want Charles to be in the White House. So we're gonna get introduced to them. It's turned into a soap opera, y'all. So, excuse me if I don't really, remember the names as much as I should. So anyway, like I said, Celine called Veronica, tells her she'll do it. She'll come over to Veronica's house so they can get money out of Jim. And next thing you know, Veronica, pour her a drink and all her goons and thugs come in. They really came to get this funeral. And Veronica, was calling them musty and stank, and she wasn't intimidated at the least. And she tells them what they want to hear, that she just got off the phone with the funeral home director, and she's starting a college fund for the bastards. She's just so, I love it, man. She's just so full of herself. She's perfect every episode, and it warms my heart. It really does. So basically, she getting to leave, and Veronica said she got to go stay at the hotel because she ain't staying in no house to smell like must. I tell you, but Veronica gonna be playing, man. But anyways, last but not least, what the boy named Derek. We ain't see Derek in a long time. He calls Hannah house phone. Candace picked up the phone. He didn't know who Candace was, and he asked for Hannah. And obviously, Candace set something up where they could sit down and talk. So we're gonna be getting into that. But moral of the story is Katheryn is alive, Jim is alive, Wyatt best to be going to prison this season. But like I say, y'all let me know. But I really feel like this show is turning into a true soap opera, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, Bold and the Beautiful type show, because it's just so many characters that have a role of importance, because y'all know it all ties in together. But that's all I have. If I left out anything important or that y'all saw that I didn't see, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all. Happy Wednesday. You know the vibes. Y'all have a blessed day. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share too. I'm out of here. Peace.